Hello students, welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas. So friends, we have an application by the name CarriersCloud which you can go and download through the Play Store. And once you have downloaded, you can log in with your Gmail ID. And why I am suggesting you this application, because this is the one-stop solution for all the current affairs. This is the best of the best application and the platform where you can enhance your learning through help. Here you will be provided with multiple courses. Here you will be provided with multiple options of quizzes, and even you will be provided current affairs on daily basis. PDFs and quizzes will be provided to you on daily basis, both in Hindi as well as English. Here you will be provided current affairs with weekly basis and monthly basis also. Here remember, once you have done watching our video, then you can log in through this application, take out the PDF, read that PDF and go through the quizzes. That will enhance your preparation. Same you have to do for weekly and same you have to do for the monthly also. In monthly you will be provided with the top 100 important questions PDF and video also, that will enhance your learning, and it will be a very beneficial and important video for the revision perspective. And not just this friends, apart from this we also provide you banking and economic questions. We provide you state current affairs such as of Uttarakhand, UP, Tripura, Telangana, and many more. Not just this, apart from this, we also provide you topic wise current affairs, and the topics that we are providing you are really important. These topics are such as national affairs, international affairs, important days, sports, defense, science and technology, apps and web portals, obituary. These are the important topics that are being asked in various exams across India. So these are the topics that are must and should be covered and will be beneficial for the preparation of the students.
Hello everyone. So in this video, we will be discussing important current affairs for the 4th week of the September month. The session will be quite interesting, so do pay attention till the end. So let's start. The first question is, in which state the first edition of Bharatiya Prakash Stambh Utsav or Indian Lighthouse Festival was held in September 2023? So question asked here is which state, and we are talking about the first edition, or if the question can be asked, the inaugural edition of Bharatiya Prakash Stambh Utsav or Indian Lighthouse Festival. It was held in September and it was held in Goa. And for Goa, we know that this is the state that is providing free IVF treatment, that is in vitro fertilization, and in the government hospital. And this is the only state in India, Goa, that is providing this free of cost facility. This, if we talk about Indian Lighthouse Festival, this was a 3-day long festival. It was from 23rd to 25th of September, right? And this festival was celebrated across all the lighthouses in India to promote historic spots, that is lighthouses, as tourist destinations, correct? And the central government has selected a total of 75 lighthouses for the same, correct? And the transformation will be done under the campaign that is Lighthouse Heritage Tourism. So right option becomes option 2, Goa. Then where was the 4th edition of the Nadi Utsav held? Nadi Utsav, and the 4th edition of this Nadi Utsav was held in New Delhi. Then what is the name of the India's first virtual jewelry showroom in Metaverse? India's first virtual jewelry showroom on Metaverse. What is the name of the India's first virtual jewelry showroom in Metaverse? It is Senco Gold. The name is Senco Gold, right? Next, which financial institute or regulatory body of India has recently signed an MOU with Digital Leaders Association of India to boost India's fintech sector? I repeat, which financial institute or regulatory body of India has recently signed an MOU with the Digital Lenders Association of India to boost India's fintech sector? It is SIDBI, that is your Small Industries Development Bank of India, correct? This MOU was signed during an conclave, right? This was organized by DLAI in Goa only. This is also important and related to Goa, correct? Then apart from this, here we are talking about SIDBI, right? So SIDBI was the organization that also signed an MOU with Odisha Fund, and this fund was of 100 crore rupees, and the main aim of this Odisha government to set up this fund was basically to help the MSMEs in their area, correct? And for that, SIDBI will be helping Odisha government to disburse this 100 crore rupees among the MSMEs. Next, which among the following village has been selected as the best tourism village of India 2023 by the Ministry of Tourism in September 2023? I repeat, which among the following villages has been selected as the best tourism village of India by the Ministry of Tourism in September 2023? It is Kriteshwari village in West Bengal, and second is your Bishwanath Ghat in Assam. Right, both are important, take a note. I repeat, best tourism village of India, it is your Kriteshwari, that is in West Bengal, and Bishwanath Ghat, that is in Assam. So both the option 1 and 2 are right here, correct. Then next, remember, where was the 108 feet tall statue of Adi Shankaracharya was unveiled? It was unveiled in Madhya Pradesh, and in Madhya Pradesh too in Omkareshwar. A 108 feet tall Adi Shankara statue was unveiled, right? And it was in Madhya Pradesh, and for Madhya Pradesh, we remember this is the state that will be providing compensation to the victims of mob lynching. Who has been recently appointed as the Vice President of the Asian Development Bank for a period of 3 years? He will be Bhargav Das Gupta, correct? Bhargav Das Gupta has been appointed as the Vice President for a period of 3 years for Asian Development Bank. Previous to this, he was serving as the MD and Chief Executive Officer of ICICI Lombard General Insurance since 2009. Next, remember, recently India's first green hydrogen fuel cell bus, I repeat, India's first green hydrogen fuel cell bus was launched in which state or UT, and the pilot program for this first pilot program for the green hydrogen bus was done where? So it was recently launched where? It was launched in Delhi, and in Ladakh this was tested for the first time, right, on pilot basis. Next, name the country that has recently unveiled the first 5th generation main battle tank, that is Merkava Mark 5 Barrack, which translates to lightning in Hebrew. So what is the name of the country that has unveiled this 5th generation main battle tank? That is Barrack, or the Merkava Mark 5, that is lightning in Hebrew. It is Israel, right? Israel country has launched this. Mark this important. Next, which state recently organized India Smart Cities Conclave? So India's Smart Cities Conclave was organized by Madhya Pradesh. Then in which state recently, remember, 7 Tiger Reserve was, or let me tell you the name, Virangana Durgavati Tiger Reserve. It became the 7th Tiger Reserve of Madhya Pradesh. I repeat, Virangana Durgavati Tiger Reserve became the 7th Tiger Reserve for Madhya Pradesh. Next, if we discuss some revision current affairs related to sports. Who became the first woman to stand as an umpire? Umpire is in cricket, so she is Red Fern, right? Then who became the flag bearers of the Asian Games 23? Harmanpreet, Lovelina Borgen, they became the flag bearers at the Asian Games 2023. Then which country has defeated, or which country has won the Asia Cup that is related to cricket? It was won by our country, India, and they defeated Sri Lanka in the finals. Which was the host country here? Sri Lanka and Pakistan. Next is who won MotoGP Bharat 2023? MotoGP Bharat. We know this was the first ever edition, or the inaugural edition, that held in UP, that was in Greater Noida, right? So MotoGP Bharat, correct. And who is the winner here? Marco Bagacci. Marco Bagacci has won the MotoGP Bharat 2023, and he is of Italy. Then next, remember, who won bronze medal in the 10-meter air rifle event that was held recently? Aishwarya Pratap Singh Tomar. Then next, remember, first Asian man and first Indian to be nominated as a player to Tennis Hall of Fame. To Tennis Hall of Fame. First Asian man and first Indian to be appointed as the Tennis Hall of Fame. He is Leander Paes. Right? Leander Paes. Giorgio Napolitano, the former president of Dash from 2006 to 15, recently passed away. So Giorgio Napolitano, he was the former president of Italy, right, who recently passed away, and he was the former president of Italy from 2006 to 2015. Next, Air India. Air India and AIX Connect. Air India and AIX Connect, they recently entered into a code share pact. Then next, remember, recently which state launched their own housing scheme for the homeless families of the state? It was launched by Chhattisgarh. Next is world's freest economy. Which countries has the freest economy? Freest economy. It is Singapore, right? Singapore has taken over. Earlier it was Hong Kong, and now it is Singapore, the world's freest economy. Next, when was World Rivers Day observed across the globe? World Rivers Day is observed on 24th of September across the globe, and it is to create awareness about the importance of rivers and aims to encourage the improved protection of all rivers around the world, right? And remember, this day is generally observed on the fourth Sunday of September month. I repeat, this day is observed on the fourth Sunday of the September month, and in 2023 it was on 24th of September. First ever World River Day was observed in 2005. Next, the first C-295 transport aircraft was inducted into the Indian Air Force at the Hindan Air Force Station in Dash state. So it was in Uttar Pradesh. I repeat, the first C-295 transport aircraft was inducted into the Indian Air Force at the Hindan Air Force Station in Uttar Pradesh. Correct? Then next, remember, world's oldest wooden structure was discovered in which country recently? World's oldest wooden structure, it was discovered in Zambia. Where? In Zambia. Correct? Then next is World Talent Ranking. World Talent Ranking. What is the rank of India in World Talent Ranking? And it is 56. So India stood at 56th position in the World Talent Ranking. Coming back to the question, the right option here becomes option 4, Uttar Pradesh. In Uttar Pradesh, only the first ever MotoGP event was held, and the title sponsor here for the MotoGP will be Indian Oil. Next, which airline company has recently entered into a codeshare agreement with AIX Connect to over 100 flights a day operated on 21 routes? So we just saw which is it. It is our Air India that connected or that entered into a codeshare agreement with AIX Connect to over 100 flights a day operated on 21 routes. Right? Next, which insurance company recently got certified as the Great Place to Work? It is SBI General Insurance. Next, which state government has recently unveiled its 7th tiger reserve, namely the Virangana Durgavati Tiger Reserve? And we just saw this. What is the name of this state where 7th tiger reserve was recently inaugurated? It is Madhya Pradesh. Next, which company recently delivered the first of its kind 2 hydrogen fuel cell electric vehicle buses to the Indian Oil Corporation Limited? And it is your Tata Motors, right? So 2 hydrogen fuel cell electric vehicles were delivered by Tata Motors to Indian Oil Corporation Limited, right? Next, as per the Economic Freedom of World 2023 annual report that was released by Fraser Institute, Dash country has surpassed Hong Kong to become the world's freest economy with a rating of 8.56, while India ranked Dash in the index. I repeat, according to Economic Freedom of World annual report that was released by Fraser Institute. Which country surpassed the Hong Kong? It is, we just saw, it was surpassed by which country? Singapore, right? Singapore has surpassed Hong Kong to become the world's freest economy. And the question asked here is, what was the rank of India in this particular index? So India stood at 87th position. So right option becomes Singapore and 87. Then at the bottom at 166th position, 161st position is your Yemen, right? And then on 162 it is your Sudan, and on the last, that is 165, Venezuela. It is 165 is Venezuela. Next, name the personality who recently became the third Indian scientist to receive the Norman E. Borlaug Award in Field Research and Application. I repeat, name the personality who became the third Indian scientist to receive Norman E. Borlaug Award in the Field Research and Application. Who is she? Swati Nayak. Important, take a note, right? Norman E. Borlaug Award, this time for the Field Research and Application, was received by Indian scientist Swati Nayak, and she became the third Indian scientist to receive this award. She is from Odisha, and we can say she is the first person from Odisha state to receive this award. Correct? And this award was announced in Climate Week, New York City, that was held from 17th to 24th of September. Correct? And this award is given in the field for research and development, and it is given by Rockefeller Foundation. Next, who has been recently appointed as the MD and Chief Executive Officer of ICICI Lombard General Insurance Limited? Who he will be? Sanjeev Mantri, right? Sanjeev Mantri recently appointed as MD and CEO of ICICI Lombard General Insurance Limited. Correct? Sanjeev Mantri is currently serving as the executive director in this company, and now he will be promoted to MD and CEO. Next, name the personality who recently won the F1 Japanese Grand Prix 2023 held in Suzuka, Japan. So it is Max Verstappen. He drives for Red Bull, and he is also the person, if you remember, who broke a record or who made a world record for the 10 consecutive F1 races in 2023. Right? And he recently won the Japan or F1 Japan Grand Prix, that is F1 Japanese Grand Prix. Next, who finished second here? So Lando Norris, he drives for McLaren, was on the second position, and this was Max Verstappen's 13th victory for 2023. It was not a consecutive one, but it was a 13th victory. Next, discuss some important days. 24th September is observed as your World Day of Deaf, right? World Day of Deaf. And remember, this is the last Sunday of September month that is observed on 24th September. Then next is World Reverse Day. World Reverse Day. When do we observe this? On 24th September. And this is also the fourth Sunday. This was on 24th September this time, and we observed World Reverse Day there. Then World Pharmacist Day. World Pharmacist Day, observed on 25th September with the theme Pharmacy Strengthening Health Systems. Next is Antyodaya Divas. Antyodaya Divas. This day is, when do we observe this? 25th September is observed as Antyodaya Divas. Then World Tourism Day. World Tourism Day. When do we observe World Tourism Day? On 27th September. And the theme here is tourism and green investment. I repeat, tourism and green investment is the theme for the World Tourism Day observed on 27th September. Next is your World Maritime Day on 28th September. Next is your World Heart Day. World Heart Day, and it is observed on 29th September. Next, when was the World Environmental Health Day observed across the globe with the theme Global Environmental Public Health, standing up to protect everyone's health each and every day? So this day is observed on 26th of September, that is World Environmental Health Day. And if we talk about World Environment Day, it is observed on 5th June, right? Then the theme is also mentioned here, Global Environmental Public Health, standing up to protect everyone's health each and every Next, which company has recently appointed DP Singh as the Deputy Managing Director and Joint Chief Executive Officer? Right? So, which company has appointed DP Singh as the MD and Joint CEO? It will be your SBI Funds Management. Correct? In his new role, he will continue to oversee all business verticals and segments of organization. Next, the Union government has recently extended the tenure of Dash as the advisor to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So, recently, Union government has extended the tenure of Amit Khare as the advisor to the Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Correct? Next, which country has recently topped 2023 Global Crypto Adoption Index released by Chain Analysis in September 2023? So it was released by Chain Analysis, and the country that has topped here is India on the first position. On second position, it is your Nigeria. Correct? So India has topped the 2023 Global Crypto Adoption Index released by Chain Analysis. Next, which state's army along with Indian Army has recently begun the 19th edition of the exercise Yuddh Abhyas 2023? It is United States. I repeat, it was the 19th edition of the exercise Yuddh Abhyas, and it was between USA and India. Correct? Mark this. And it was between the army of these two countries. What is the location where this exercise was conducted? In Alaska, USA. This was a 14-day long exercise. Correct? Next, Poonawalla Fincorp Limited recently received the approval from RBI to issue co-branded credit card from Dash Bank. It is IndusInd Bank. I repeat, Poonawalla Fincorp Limited recently received the approval from RBI to issue co-branded credit card with IndusInd Bank. Correct? Next, which bank has recently signed an MOU with REC Limited to co-finance infrastructure project debts worth 55,000 crore rupees? It is Punjab National Bank. I repeat, Punjab National Bank recently signed an MOU with REC, that is your Rural Electrification Corporation Limited, and this was for the 55,000 crore rupees. Correct? And it is to co-finance for infrastructure project debts worth how much amount? 55,000 crore rupees, and this will be for the next 3 years. Mark this amount is very important to remember. Next, as of September, Wahida Rahman will be conferred with the Dash Dada Saheb Phalke Award for the year 2021. It is 53rd Dada Saheb Phalke Award. Correct? I repeat, Wahida Rahman will be conferred with the 53rd Dada Saheb Phalke Award for the year 2021, and she will become the 53rd recipient of this particular award, and she will be the 8th female artist to receive this award. This will be presented to her during the National Film Academy Awards, National Film Awards ceremony and that will be the 69th edition of this National Film Awards ceremony. Next, ACC approved the reappointment of M. Rajeshwar Rao, who is the Deputy Governor of Dash for a period of 1 year. So ACC has approved the reappointment of M. Rajeshwar Rao, who is the Deputy Governor of RBI. Right? And his term has been extended for 1 year. Next, what was the theme of UN World Tourism Day that was observed across the globe on 27th of September 2023? Right? What is the theme here? That is tourism and green investment. Correct? This is the theme for the World Tourism Day that is observed on 27th of September. And this year in 2023, it was the 43rd edition of the World Tourism Day that was observed. The first ever edition was observed in 1980. Next, Google Doodle commemorated its Dash birthday on 27 September 2023. So Google Doodle commemorated the 25th birthday on 27 September 2023. Correct? And Google was officially founded in 1998. So right option is option 5. Next, in September, the government extended the support under the scheme for remissions for duties and taxes on exported products till dash September 30. So it is from 30th of June 2024. That was earlier September 30, 2023. Correct? So right option here becomes option 1. Next, name the company that recently signed 8 MOUs with the department under the Ministry of Education and Ministry of Skill Development to offer tailored courses to empower the Indian youths with future ready digital skills. I repeat, which is the company that signed 8 MOUs? It is IBM. Correct? And it was with Ministry of Education and Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. There, they will be working on technologies such as artificial intelligence, cyber security, cloud computing, and professional development. Next, which of the following schemes will offer financial assistance to the compressed biogas plants and biogas plants who are all registered on the Unified Registration Portal for galvanizing organic bioagri resources dhan, that is your Gobar Dhan. So, which of the following schemes will be or will offer financial assistance to these biogas plants and biogas compressed biogas plants? It is market development assistance scheme, right? This scheme will be offering financial assistance to these biogas plants and biogas compressed biogas plants on this Gobardhan. Correct? Important, take a note. You should also know the full form of this portal, that is Gobardhan portal. Here, this MDA scheme, this was launched with a budget of 1451 crore rupees for 3 years, and it is for from 23 till 26. Next, which of the following Indian Armed Forces participated in the Asian Defense Ministers Meet, that is ADMM, that is your Asian Defense Ministers Meet, plus Export Working Group Meet on the Counter Terrorism Field Training Exercise, that is your FTX. Correct? So, which among the following armed force participated in this ADMM plus Expert Working Group Meet on the Counter Terrorism Field Training Exercise? Which is it? It is our Indian Army, right? Option A is correct here. Next is United Nations Development Program launched Innovative Dash as a proactive response to the increasing global need to support and enhance sustainable finance. I repeat, UNDP launched Innovative Dash. So what did was launched by UNDP? It was launched an e-learning program. E-learning program as a proactive response to the increasing global needs to support and enhance the sustainable finance. Correct? Highly important. What is the Sustainable Development Goal 1? It is no poverty. And 17 Sustainable Development Goals has to be achieved by 2030. Correct? So this e-learning program was launched by which platform or which organization? It was launched by UNDP, and it was to enhance sustainable finance. So right option here becomes option 2. Next, which among the following entities along with International Institute for Population Sciences unveiled Caring for Our Elders Institutional Responses India Aging Report 2023? So which among the following recently released this? It was released by UNFPA, that is United Nations Populations Fund India. They have unveiled this Caring for Our Elders Institutional Response India's Aging Report 2023. Right? In this report, remember, it stated that senior citizens occupy 10% of the Indian population, and by 2036 this population will increase to 14.36%, and by 2050 it will increase to 20.8%. Next, which country's electoral commission has recently signed an MOU with the Election Commission of India for cooperation to enhance electoral management and administration? It is Seychelles, right? I repeat, Seychelles Electoral Commission has recently signed an MOU with the Election Commission of India for cooperation to enhance electoral management and administration. This MOU will provide support for the electoral management and administration. This will help us to share experience, help knowledge transfer so that better elections can be conducted in different countries. Next, which AMC, that is which asset management company, has recently collaborated with Central Board of Secondary Education, that is CBSE, to launch investor education and awareness initiative called Seekho Paise Ki Bhasha? I repeat, which AMC has launched this Paiso Ki Bhasha? That is Seekho Paiso Ki Bhasha, right? That is an investor education and awareness initiative. It was launched by Kotak Mahindra Asset Management Company Limited. Option 3 is right here. This program will be taken care by 500 skilled trainers from different centers of investment education and learning that is located in Mumbai, Maharashtra. And as a part of the initiative, 75,000 people will be trained here. Next, which among the following mutual fund companies has recently launched India's first Nifty 500 exchange traded fund? It is Motilal Oswald Mutual Fund. Correct? They have launched India's first Nifty 500 exchange traded fund, Motilal Oswal Nifty 500 ETF. Right? And investors here can join with just 500 rupees. Correct? Next. Next is which company has recently introduced its Android earthquake alert system in India in collaboration with NDMA and NSC along with Ministry of Earth Science. So which is the organization? It is Google. They along with National Disaster Management Authority, National Center for Seismology and Ministry of Earth Science, they have together launched an Android version of your earthquake alert system. Right? And for this user must have Android 5 or newer versions to avail this feature. Next, which country has recently launched its first domestically built submarine named Haikon? This Haikon is of Taiwan. Right? Taiwan has launched this Haikon, that is Taiwan's first domestically built submarine. Right? Next, remember who has been appointed as the president of Intel India? Gokul Subramaniam. Right? And recently, which is India's official entry to Oscar? It is Malayalam film 2018. Then recently, who inaugurated the Bharat Drone Shakti? I repeat, Bharat Drone Shakti 2023, that was inaugurated at Hindun Aerobase, was inaugurated by Rajnath Singh. And the right option here becomes option 2, Taiwan. Next, the Dash World Maritime Day was observed across the globe by UN on 28th of September. So it is 46th World Maritime Day that was observed across the globe by UN on 28th of September 2023. Right? So 46th World Maritime Day. Next, when was the UN International Day for Universal Access to Information observed across the globe with the theme the importance of the online space for access to information? I repeat, when was your UN International Day for Universal Access to Information observed across the globe with the theme the importance of the online space for access to information? Right option is option 3, 28 September 2023. Correct? And it marks the 4th observance of this day. Next, then there is a theme, that is the importance of online space for access to information. Remember this also. In September, Dash, who was famous for his role as Albus Dumbledore in Harry Potter movies, recently passed away. So who was he? His name is Michael Gambon. Right? He recently passed away and he portrayed very famous Hogwarts master Albus Dumbledore. Right? And he has recently passed away at the age of 82. Next, in which city Union Minister of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying Purushottam Rupala has recently inaugurated the modernized Marine Museum at the Fish Survey of India? So which is it? Vishakhapatnam. Right? So Purushottam Rupala has inaugurated modernized Marine Museum at the Fish Survey of India, that is at Vishakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. Right? This museum is preserving more than 200 varieties of fish and other marine products. Next, name the ministry that recently launched CRIIO for Good module in association with ICC, BCCI and UNICEF. So, which is the organization? It was launched by Ministry of Education and it is to promote gender equality among girls and boys at Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad, Gujarat. I repeat, this is to promote gender equality among girls and boys at Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad, Gujarat. Next, how many new sites were recently added to UNESCO's World Heritage List, including India's Shantiniketan and Sacred Ensembles of Hoysala Temple? So, Hoysala Temple of Karnataka and India's Shantiniketan, that is in West Bengal, has been included into the World Heritage Site recently. Now, the question asked here is how many new sites were recently added? So, a total of 42 new sites were recently added. Next is name the bank that has collaborated with Sahi Bandhu to introduce doorstep gold loan service. I repeat, which is the bank that collaborated with Sahi Bandhu to introduce doorstep gold loan service? It was introduced by which bank? It was introduced by Karnataka Bank, right? KBL. They have introduced this innovative doorstep gold loan service called KBL Swarna Bandhu. Next is as per Cantor Brands top 75 most valuable Indian brands report that was conducted by Wire and Plastic Products in September. Dash company retained its top position as India's most valuable brand for the second consecutive year. So it is Tata Consultancy Service, right? It has top retained as the position as India's most valuable brand for the second consecutive year with a brand valuation of $43 billion. Correct, and it is in Cantor Brands that top 75 most valuable Indian brands report. Correct, that was conducted by Wire and Plastic Products and Cantor. Next, who has been recently appointed as the president of Intel India? And we saw who has been appointed as the president of Intel India, Gokul Subramaniam. Next, which bank has recently appointed? Next is which bank has recently appointed K.N. Madhusudan as part-time chairman? So, Dhanlakshmi Bank has appointed K.N. Madhusudan as the part-time chairman of Kerala-based Dhanlakshmi Bank, and he will be in this position for 3 years. Next, name the country that recently launched a third military imaging satellite Noor 3 into orbit. This Noor 3 was launched by which country? By Iran. Correct, mark this. And it was launched into low Earth orbit, that is 450 kilometers from the surface of the Earth. Next, Padma awardee Dash, who is popularly known as the father of India's Green Revolution, passed away in September 2023. So, Padma awardee M.S. Swaminathan, who is popularly known as the father of India's Green Revolution, passed away in September 2023. Next, Ashwin Suryakant Dani, who is the former executive chairman of Dash Company, passed away. So Ashwin Suryakant Dani, who is the executive chairman of Asian Paints Limited, has recently passed away. He passed away at the age of 79 and he was born in 1944 in Mumbai, Maharashtra. Next, who has been recently appointed as the secretary in the Department of Telecommunications? So Neeraj Mittal. Neeraj Mittal has been appointed as the secretary in the Department of Telecommunication. Correct? Next. So the first question is, in which country United Nations Security Council adopted their first resolution in 74 years to demand an end to violence and release of political prisoners? In which country this resolution, or for which country this resolution was adopted by United Nations Security Council for the first time in 74 years? Tell me. It will be your Myanmar, and here this resolution was based to first end violence and apart from this release of political prisoners. Myanmar has been in crisis since the army seized Suu Kyi's elected government on 1st of Feb 2021. If you remember, during lockdown there was a very famous video released on internet, that is a woman was exercising and behind her there was a coup going on. Alright, so that was of Myanmar only. Then if we talk about it, in the 15-member United Nations Security Council for the Myanmar crisis, China, Russia, India denied to vote and the remaining 12 people voted in their favor. Alright, so the country is Myanmar. Next, which of the following organizations has released tuberculosis TB research funding trends for 2005 to 2021 in December 2022, for which the funding for TB research and development hit $1 billion worldwide for the first time in 2021. I repeat, here we are talking about tuberculosis. Alright, TB. TB affects your lungs. It affects your lungs. Alright, it is a communicable disease. That means it can spread from one person to other person by sneezing or by exchange of saliva or anything. Alright, so TB, it is a disease that affects your lungs. It is a communicable disease. And remember, first of all, tell me which two organizations here we are talking about. We are talking about Treatment Action Group and Stop TB Partnership. These two organizations released a TB report that is for research and funding trends for 2005 to 21 in December 2022, for which they have secured or they want to secure or they have secured TB research and development that crossed $1 billion worldwide for the first time. The reason and that impacted this was coronavirus. Because of coronavirus, we know that it also affected our lungs, and after coronavirus, now also in this year in 2022 and 2023, we are seeing that the rises of TB has increased, due to which multiple programs has also been started by Indian government, where they are launching a awareness campaign that is teaching and creating awareness about TB in especially rural areas. Why in rural areas? The reason is because in rural areas people have they tend to avoid such people who have TB. They seclude them because they consider it as a communicable disease, and due to which they tend to seclude that person and they think that it cannot be cured. But remember, TB is curable. All right. So to stop TB, this funding program has been started for the research and development for the same, and for which $1 billion worldwide was raised for the first time in 2021. And the two organizations here that are working for this is Treatment Action Group along with Stop TB Partnership. Also, there is a goal of United Nations to end TB by the year 2030. So question can be asked that what is the goal of United Nations to end TB or end this as a pandemic? It is by year 2030. Next question. Name the country that has recently adopted the euro currency and became a part of Europe's border-free Schengen zone. See, what is happening is there is many countries, small countries come together and they form a part. Similarly, what NATO is doing, NATO is a military alliance. They say that USA and multiple other countries came together and they stated that if one country attacks on other country, then or any other country that is not a part of NATO attacks on any part of the NATO country, then it will be considered as a war against all of the NATO members. Similarly, when there is a crisis of currency, for if we talk about this only, first of all you should know the country. We are talking about Croatia. We are talking about Croatia. Croatia is the country who recently gave up their own currency and they became the part of euro currency, or means they have adopted euro currency now. Now they became and they will call themselves as Balkan country, and they are now the 20th member of the eurozone and 27th country to join the passport free Schengen zone. Schengen zone. Well, now what is this Schengen zone? Schengen zone is a zone, or these countries, they do not require passport to travel from one country to another country. That means if you are part of any one of the country or a citizen of any one of a country of these 27 countries, then you won't be requiring passport free. You can just travel from one, just like in India we travel from one state to another state. All right. So remember, Croatia, it also became the youngest member of the European Union. All right. So correct option here is option 4, Croatia. Also, remember what was the earlier, if question asked that in Croatia, euro has replaced which currency? So kuna. Kuna was the currency of euro. And now from January 1st, 2023, Croatia has adopted euro. Next. Which organization has recently released a working time and work-life balance around the world report, with key highlighting that prior to COVID-19 pandemic, the average number of hours per week in paid work globally was around 43.9 hours. See, what happens in different parts of the world is that you are paid on hourly basis. All right, then your salary will be credited either weekly or monthly as the regulation in different parts of the world. So when students from India tends to go out and they study and they work part-time in various organizations, be it any hostel, restaurant or any car workshop, there they are paid on the basis of hour. So recently a report was released by International Labour Organization, that is your ILO, and this report stated that during COVID-19, the average number of hours per week, or before COVID-19, the average number of hours per week in paid work globally was around 43.9 hours. All right. And in this report only, they stated an interesting fact that if we talk about after COVID-19, All right, more than half of the world's workforce does not typically work a 9 to 5 schedule. Why? This means because of this COVID, because of the lockdown, a general habit was developed of work from home culture. Now it turned into hybrid format. So, which is the organization? As we are in simple terms, we say we are labor of various organizations. So ILO was the organization that released the report on this particular information. All right, next, which of the following countries have recently joined United Nations Security Council for 2 years along with Japan and Malta? So it is your Ecuador, Switzerland, and Mozambique. All three countries have recently joined United Nations Security Council for 2 years along with Japan and Malta. So they have joined this United Nations Security Council for 2 years, and in this these are the portions. These are the countries that have become the part of it. All right. Then remember here only question can also be asked that these countries, or not question asked, just remember in for the information that India will not be a part of United Nations Security Council. All right, it Ireland, India, Kenya, Mexico, and Norway's term will end on 31st of December. Has ended on 31st of December 2022. All right, and these 5 countries will be replacing them. Then remember Mozambique and Switzerland. They were marked their first ever terms on the United Nations most powerful body. Next, according to Nikkei Asia report that was released in January, India surpassed which country as the world's third largest auto market in 2022? So we are talking about Nikkei Asia report. All right, they have released a report in January month, and it stated that India surpassed Japan to become the third largest auto market. Here we are talking about cars, automobiles, or basically automobile sector. All right, car, trucks, two-wheelers, three-wheelers. So India has surpassed whom? India surpassed Japan. China, if we are talking about the country that is the on top, China remained the global leader here. So who is on the top? China. China is followed by USA on second position, and then we saw who is on the third position, with second position in USA and third position will be India. All right, third position India, and fourth position is now your of Japan. In which state Mihao Wildlife Sanctuary is located? So it is located in Arunachal Pradesh, correct? Who is the Chief Minister of Arunachal Pradesh? Pema Khandu. Right? So friends, these are your important current affairs for the 4th week of September month. I hope the session was up to the mark and you have learned and revised multiple current affairs. If you find the session to be interesting, all you have to do is like the video, comment below and let us know what are your views for the same. Doing this will motivate us to make better content for you in the long run. So that's all for the day. Thank you and have a nice day. That's all for the day, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session, and you can follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as apart from YouTube channel, you can go and follow us at AffairsCloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the of courses offered to you or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this, friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is AffairsCloud_official. In the end, friends, if you use a code that is Vikas10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code Vikas10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number, that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com, and I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue.